Hi guys, I'm going to do this video very quickly before I get out and about, but I want to entitle this particular video, let your life and your lifestyle be your bumper sticker. Let your life and your lifestyle be your bumper sticker. And I'm going to share the two scriptures that the Lord gave to me. The first one is going to be 1 Peter chapter 2 and 12, and it says, having your conduct honorable among the Gentiles, that when they speak against you as evildoers, they may be by your good works, which they observe, glorify God in the day of visitation. So let me read that again. Okay, so 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 12 says, having your conduct honorable among the Gentiles. The Gentiles will be considered what we say now is the unsaved. And when they speak against you as evildoers, they may, by your good works, which they observe, glorify God in the day of visitation. Hold on one second. Guys, keep it down. Not yet, but keep it down. All right. Got my brood. They're always with me, but they're pretty quiet. All right. So again, let's do that. 1 Peter chapter 2 and 12, having your conduct honorable among the Gentiles, that when they speak against you as evildoers, they may, by your good works which they observe, glorify God in the day of visitation. And then the next thing I'm going to take you to is going to be Matthew chapter 5. So Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. And this verse 16 says, Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. All right. So bottom line is, right, people are going to be changed. They glorify God. They will have this desire by what they observe you do as a Christian, as a believer. There's so many people that have bumper stickers on their cars. There's so many people that have the t-shirts with all the saying and all the scriptures. There's so many people that have like a bunch of crosses in their house, at their job. They're listening to gospel music. They're listening to preaching. They're listening to teaching at work. They quoting and they saying, but their lifestyle is completely opposite. You have to understand that the world already understands and knows what right is. They know what holiness, in at least they think they have an idea. They have a ballpark idea of what that should look like, and they definitely know what it is not. There's a reason why they're not saved. There's a reason why they're not in the church, because there's a certain way that they don't want to live, or they may say, I'm not ready to live. So that is why they're not saved. So they know what that should look like. So when they see you saying you're a Christian, claiming to be a pastor, a deacon, a minister, or just overall saying you are a Christian and that you are saved, and they see that you're living a certain way, they may not say to you directly, but they know that, nah, that ain't it. Okay. And if that's it, I don't want to be it. I might as well stay here because I'm already like that. Minus the fanatical and, attitudes and passive aggressiveness. Okay. So that's just it. We have got to be a light to the people, a light to the unsaved. There are those of us who have the t-shirts, we have all these different things, but you are, through your attitude, you have relatives, family members, friends and coworkers that you don't talk to. You have a problem with them. You're carrying on a grudge with them, but you are saved. That is your bumper sticker. When you're saying that you are saved, but then you are out there, you cussing, you fussing, you clubbing, and you drinking just like your buddies and just like your unsafe friends, that is your bumper sticker. When you walk by people and not speak, when there's someone that's poor on the corner, you step right over them and walk right by them, and you're not speaking. That is your bumper sticker. You know, just your attitudes, how you treat your children, how people observe that you speak to your husband, how you speak to your wife. They see you doing certain things. You have the worst attitude. You're always late for work. You're late for work and you're the first to leave. Your work ethics, how you handle things day to day, that is your bumper sticker. It doesn't matter how much preaching and teaching and how much stuff you're blaring on the radio. What people are going to look at and what is true and what is a more of a more blatant testimony is how you live and how you handle stuff and how you handle people. You know, I was in the military, and being in the military, you had some people that they just did not want to follow the rules. They did not want to comply to the rules and regulations and the policies and the procedures of the army, but they always knew how to get out of stuff, but they don't follow those rules. They don't want to do the hard stuff. They don't want to make those sacrifices, but they want to be a soldier. I want the benefits of being a soldier. I want all my medical and dental taken care of. I want, to have this check coming in every month, because your check don't stop even when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, unless you actually get yourself in trouble and then you get an Article 15 and they get into your funds. But really, whether you're lazy or you're not, you still getting the same pay like everybody else, and they just would not, they didn't want to act right. And then of course their attitude would show in their uniform. So they didn't want to shine their boots when we used to have to shine our boots. Their uniform is crumbly, and they walking around saying, and I'm a soldier, and have the Army, U.S. Army on their chest, but how their demeanor spoke otherwise. Their conduct outside was just horrific. It was not a good representation of the Army, but they wanted all the benefits, and they knew all the regulations of how to get out of things. They knew all their rights. They knew they'll study all the sick calls, all the policies and procedures that covered, sick call procedures. And sick call is where you go to the doctor to get whatever you need. They knew all of those things. They knew what benefits they were owed when it's time to get out. They knew, how many days or quarters they're supposed to get for this, and what you as a supervisor can or cannot do, or you as a chain of command can or cannot do. And sick call is when you go on sick call. Quarters is when let's say you have a toothache and they decide, okay, you're going to stay home for so many days. Well, they will be there studying all of that. So they know all the benefits, but don't want to make the sacrifices and live that disciplined life that we had to live as soldiers. And boy, if I didn't want to just get them, but okay, because guess what? Even as a leader, even when they're acting like that, you still had to be fair and impartial when recommending both rewards and punishments. So you couldn't treat them differently, but you can still tweak them and get them right. Okay. So what is the point of what I'm saying here? What I'm saying with that is simply this. There's a lot of people who they have that title of, I'm a Christian, and you have the bumper stickers and you have all these things, and you're just over the top and all these things, but your lifestyle is completely opposite of that. Your light should shine, and your light is your attitude. It's your lifestyle. It is what you do, that people will look at you, and even without you saying you're a Christian, they'll be like, there's something different about him. There's something different about her. And they observe you and they watch you, and eventually they may ask you, or they find out, and then they come to you. They want to be drawn to you. That's what Jesus drew people to him by his walk. It was not just, I'm a Christian and he's doing the same thing. Now, he was around the sinners, but he didn't go. They came to Jesus. They drew to Jesus, and Jesus did not compromise himself. He did not try to do stuff on their level and try to be like them and change his ways to their ways so they could be comfortable. No, they came to him. He spoke to them, and they wanted to get up on his level. They wanted what he wanted. They desired that because they observed that. So guys, your life should be your bumper sticker. Everything else, all your claims, all your memes about God, all your posts about God, all your scriptures about God, anything that you want to say. You going to church, leaving out in a suit, you can have a Bible as big as an encyclopedia. What people are going to look at is your life and how you are walking. That is how we're going to draw men. And even those who speak evil against you, they will be ashamed and they will feel condemned when they look at your lifestyle, where they observe. Observe is to watch you, to see you, not just they look, they observe. Observe is something that you do over a period of time, and they see how you conduct yourself. And it's not that we as Christians will never make mistakes, but you should not be of such that you are so rogue that people are like, is she saved? Is he saved? So guys, I'm not going to stay on this. Let your life and your lifestyle be your bumper sticker, not your bumper sticker on your car, not your t-shirt, not your post, not what you claim to be, not your church membership, not who role you on, but your life, your speech. Just as with Peter when he stood by the fire and they said, your speech does betray you. You are one of the disciples. Your speech should betray you. Your action should betray you, in the sense of, by your speech and your action and your conduct, they know that you are a Christian, meaning that you are of Christ. You are one of his disciples, and they should desire, and by that and through that, they will desire to be a follower of Christ. All right, guys, so I'm not going to stay on that. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.